Hello and welcome to MediaNama. As per a 2024 report by capital market company CLSA, India's top three quick commerce players, Zomato's Blinkit, Swiggy's Instamart, and Zepto, are predicted to reach 10 billion USD in gross order value by fiscal year 2026 and surpass 78 billion USD within a decade. However, at the back of the tech held by such platforms are daily engagements by gig and platform workers. As per their Q4 FY25 shareholder letters, Blinkit employs over 185,000 average monthly active riders, while Swiggy's consolidated delivery partners stand at 539,000. Notably, restaurants associations, trade bodies, and labor unions have alleged exploitative practices by such quick commerce ventures previously. However, in the past 2 months, more complaints against such platforms forwarded by labor unions are surfacing, highlighting numerous issues in their modus operandi. In April 2025, Blinkit deactivated the IDs of 150 of its delivery partners in Varanasi after they organized a strike against the company. The workers under the aegis of the Gig and Platform Service Workers Union, or the GIPSWU, were protesting the company's alleged requirement for mandatory work hours between 12 to 4 p.m., terming it as forced labor. Among other demands, the union advocated for the following: the reinstatement of the previous incentive structure, increase in delivery pay rate from rupees 26 to rupees 40 per order for delivery distances up to 2.5 kilometers. Notably, this is not the first time Blinkit executives have protested reduced payouts. In April 2023, a MediaNama investigation disclosed that the company had instituted compensation cuts, with payouts dwindling from rupees 50 per order to rupees 15 per order. Moving forward, the union also demanded overtime incentives with double the regular rate for those working over 8 hours and the provision of daily or written computerized earnings of the workers. Given the summer heat, the workers also sought shaded waiting areas with drinking water, fans, and cotton uniforms, among other heat protection measures. Later, Blinkit reactivated the IDs of a majority of the workers, albeit only after requiring them to sign a document stating they would not engage in such inappropriate work in the future. Speaking to MediaNama then, Nanmal Gorana, GIPSW's national coordinator, termed it unconstitutional while slamming the company management for sitting comfortably while workers toil in the scorching heat. A few weeks later, similar issues of worker mistreatment and low payouts emerged in Hyderabad. Workers of Zepto's Ramantpur and neighboring dark stores wrote to the state's labor department alleging several violations. Leading the offensive, the Telangana Gig and Platform Workers Union, or the TGPWU, noted inconsistent wages, work pressure, safety risks, unilateral penal actions like arbitrary fines and penalties, and a basic lack of facilities for workers. Speaking to MediaNama then, Sheikh Salahuddin, TGPW's founder president, also called out Zepto for its deceptive practices. He contended that Zepto falsely advertises earnings of rupees 40,000 to 60,000 monthly for delivery partners, when the low payouts actually make it infeasible for them to achieve such amounts. MediaNama also independently verified these claims while speaking to aggrieved riders at the particular location. Refuting these allegations, Zepto stressed that its average payout per delivery partner remains 2.5 times higher than the false claims. It further contended that rider safety remains its top priority and it refrains from penalizing delays, instead providing users with live updates on the delivery times of their orders. Besides encountering issues in Telangana, Zepto's management also faced backlash in Delhi. Riders in Delhi's Sangam Vihar, employed under Zepto's Rural Mobilization Program, or RMP, alleged digital bonded labor by the company. They also accused the platform and its vendor of pushing wages to below subsistence levels. For context, Zepto claims that RMP would enable employment creation for youth from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. For this purpose, it partnered with vendors across dark stores in Tier 1 cities. However, complaint emerged against its vendor, Kilton Geoengineering in Delhi. Speaking to MediaNama, workers alleged that they had to bear all costs during onboarding contrary to the company's claims. The Rajdhani App Workers Union, or the RAWU, argued that the vendor also refused to provide workers with their joining bonus and forced approximately 10 to 12 workers to share tiny rooms under the guise of accommodation. Besides this, the workers alleged that Hilton Geo refused to transfer workers from a temporary to a normal ID post the 42-day requirement of an RMP worker. In doing so, they allegedly skimmed off the referral bonuses ranging from Rs 7,000 to 10,000 per worker. Alongside this, they accused the vendor of deducting arbitrary amounts of up to Rs 50,000 from the worker's total payout. To explain, while regular delivery partners are paid by Zepto directly, those in the RMP receive their payouts from vendors who are transferred the amount by the company. While Zepto claimed the matter was under investigation, it noted several clarifying points. These include facts like temporary IDs being non existent, no promise of a joining bonus, and EV rentals being optional. The quick commerce platform also noted that the issue appeared to be localized and not indicative of the RMP's broader intent. These claims come in addition to those by labor unions alleging that such ventures prioritize speed over the dignity of labor. While platforms argue otherwise, the increasing prevalence of worker resentment tells a different tale. In a different vein, the states of Telangana and Karnataka have recently moved forward with proposals for social security for gig workers. Among other provisions, these laws mandate income security, proper working conditions, and establish a grievance redressal mechanism. While gig workers lauded Telangana's draft proposal, they demanded the addition of provisions like minimum remuneration and fair contracts, among others. On the flip side of things, the e commerce industry is currently facing a shortage of riders for last mile deliveries. Zomato CEO Dipinder Goyal and FirstCry CFO Gautam Sharma alluded to the strain in their respective companies' earnings call for the recent quarter. Despite the strain, grocery delivery app Big Basket recently ventured into the 10-minute food delivery scene. In essence, in the overall industry fervor toward the quick commerce model, it remains to be seen whether worker concerns and alleged labor violations are addressed. Thank you for watching. For more tech policy updates, please subscribe to MediaNama.